Was it a good or bad decision to give Kyler an extension?
I don't disagree with the extension. I agree with the terms and the length of the extension. I feel like by them paying Kyler Murray, it rewarded bad behavior, right? If it's reports that he's not a leader, then there's no incentive to correct the behavior, because now when you get paid that type of money, you have to be the CEO of the organization, right? And you have to be a leader, right? You have to be a force multiplier. And all reports, he wasn't, the best leader within the building, and he wasn't the easiest to work with. And I understand that can be some gamesmanship between the organization, but I feel like if they were going to pay Kyler Murray, and if I'm going to make you, the second highest player in the game, which you should be because you aren't one of the best players, then I think that it should have been a longer contract where you can own his prime. I look at Patrick Mahomes and what he got. We know that he's a proven winner. He was a Super Bowl champion and one of the best quarterbacks in the league. But if you look at the terms, they have Patrick Mahomes locked up till he's 37 years old. So what happens is, Kyler Murray, they should have been a much longer contract so that if it starts off as a bad contract, it becomes a good contract, because once Joe Burrow, takes it higher, once Lamar Jackson takes it higher, once Justin Herbert takes it higher, then he's going to go back to the table in 4 years, and you're going to be paying him $60 million, because that's going to be the new market. You see how quickly Lamar Jackson sprinted to the Ravens facility once he saw that Kyler Murray got paid that money. I don't disagree with him getting an extension. I just think that they did a bad job in setting up the structure to be able to own his prime and only give him one big deal instead of having to give him two in less than 10 years.
Robert?
Well, Bart, here's what I'll say. You might have been able to scoot in on that set, but you're not going to be able to scoot through this conversation, okay? First of all, Kyler Murray is one of the best quarterbacks in the league, right? He is a top 10 player. He's the only player in NFL history that has 70 touchdown passes and 20 rushing touchdowns in his first 3 years. Been to the Pro Bowl 2 times. Every single year he's been with the Cardinals, they have improved their record. So let's go ahead and squash that. And the only thing I think when it comes to his contract that I have a problem with is the fact that it wasn't fully guaranteed. He should have got a fully guaranteed deal, and it's simply because Deshaun Watson, with everything he has going on off the field, got a fully guaranteed deal. And I think that players and agents over the past couple months since Deshaun Watson's deal have really dropped the ball by not pressing these teams to make fully guaranteed contracts the norm in the NFL. Kyler Murray got paid not because he's the second best quarterback in the league. He got paid because the market continues to go up, and that's always been the case. So comparing him to Patrick Mahomes and other guys that got paid years ago doesn't really mean anything. The market is going to go up, inflation is going to go up, and the salary cap goes up every single year. So you're going to see players that don't have Super Bowl rings get big deals. Matthew Stafford, Matt Ryan, Kirk Cousins, Tony Romo, Dak Prescott, all these guys are getting big money deals. So that argument is kind of null and void.
I'm going to come back to you. Go
okay,
ahead.
boys. Two things can be true at the same time. One, the market dictates you're worth whatever the market's going to pay you, right? So clearly somebody thinks he's worth 230, 260, 160 guaranteed. But also, this is a major gamble by the Cardinals. As the only person here who's been in the not the locker room, but listen to his interviews, been covering their games, talked to players on this team who have brought up questions about the leadership, him understanding the importance of being a quarterback, to Bart's point, goes beyond just throwing touchdowns and scrambling for a lot of yards. You are the face of this franchise. So this is a major gamble. I had a GM tell me yesterday, for Kyler Murray to be second on that list of annual per year behind only Aaron Rodgers, what has he done to earn that spot more than Mahomes or more than Josh Allen? Look, the Bills, they decided to pay Josh Allen because they saw the growth year after year. What have we seen from the Cardinals? We've seen year after year, they start off hot, then they just fizzle off the face of the earth, and we wonder what happened to this team who has such a great quarterback. I don't agree with RG3 about him being a top 10 quarterback. I'm curious who RG3 would take Kyler over, but that's a separate conversation. But here's the thing. Once the Cardinals paid Steve Keim, their GM, and Cliff Kingsbury, it was a wrap. Once you extend those guys, you have to extend Kyler because he's the one who's actually winning you games.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.